Hi, I'm Kristen Brown. I'm a realtor here in North Carolina. Are you wondering what it might be like to live in North Carolina? Well, today I'm here to tell you about the Triad area of North Carolina. This area is where I live, and there will be more detail in the rest of the video about why we chose to call Lexington home. So first is the climate. There are 4 seasons here in Lexington. The winter, in my opinion, is pretty mild. Spring and fall are beautiful. There are a lot of different changing colors, and the spring is coming out with the flowers, and the fall with all the leaves changing color. And the summer, in my opinion, isn't too hot, as we seem to get a breeze that comes off the mountains pretty frequently. Some people think that the winter here is too cold, but I grew up in the Boston area, so for me, this winter climate, or the winter that we had recently, was nothing. I think we had maybe a half an inch of snow, and that was it. It was melted by the afternoon. So let's take a look at the map of the area. Okay. So this is the northern part of North Carolina. Here is Winston Salem, right where my little cursor is. Over to the right is Greensboro. And in between Winston Salem and Greensboro is a town called Kernersville. So to go from Winston-Salem to Greensboro is probably about 20 minutes. And then we have High Point over here. And then down here we have Lexington. So the bigger cities are Winston-Salem, Greensboro, and High Point. And then the smaller towns is a town like Clemens, which is right here, Mocksville, which is a little bit here to the west, and Lexington, which is down here. And then there's some even smaller towns in between all of these little towns that are here that you see. And also, I wanted to let you know that Lexington was ranked in the top 50 for one of the safest cities to live in North Carolina. So the video today will be about Lexington, North Carolina. Before we get started, let me tell you a little bit about the history about Lexington. Lexington was incorporated in 1828. The Lexington area was at least partially settled by Europeans in 1775, and the settlers named their community in honor of Lexington, Massachusetts, and that was the site of the first of the American Revolutionary War, and then it was incorporated in 1828. Also, Lexington's claim to fame is that they are known for being the barbecue capital of the world. And here you will find townhomes, historic to mid-century homes, to new builds, to some estate type homes, as well as farm and land to have your own farm, depending on what your lifestyle is. There is a great medical center here. The medical center has a hospital and all the kinds of doctors that someone would need to have their own offices on the medical campus. It's sort of like a one-stop shop because all the medical services are in one place. There are also some big box stores here in Lexington, but if there's something specific that you need immediately, Winston-Salem is about 25 to 30 minutes away. Located in the downtown area, you will find a farmer's market. I went last summer and it was pretty cool. There was a wide variety of meats, local produce, and fresh baked goods to choose from. So now let's head over to Grimes Park, which is located in downtown Lexington.
And Lexington is in about 45 minutes north of Charlotte. So they call it a bedroom community, and the reason for that is that people can live in Lexington and then commute very easily to Charlotte or to Winston-Salem. We're also about 35 minutes from Greensboro. The reason why we chose to move to Lexington is because of its location. It's very convenient to get to the mountains. You can get to the mountains in about an hour and a half, which are west of here. You can also get to the beach in about 2 hours. And also Lexington has a lot of parks like the one I'm in now. Right now I'm standing in this big field, so you can have picnics here. There's also a playground for the kids. There's the playground there. And Grimes Park also has a path that goes around it. It's a gravel path, and you can get some exercise while you're here. It's in this older neighborhood, which is very close to downtown Lexington. I would say it's maybe about 4 blocks or 5 blocks, maybe a half mile to Main Street of downtown Lexington, which I will also show you in this video. The other reason why we moved to Lexington versus one other city or town or whatever in North Carolina is because of the cost of living. The cost of living here is very inexpensive for us. We moved from the Boston area, which is very expensive. So if you're considering moving to North Carolina, definitely check out Lexington. It has a lot of variety of homes, from older homes that you'll also see in this video to newer homes that were built in the 60s, 70s, 80s, etc. Also, there's a lot of new construction homes here. The other thing about Lexington, it's in Davidson County, and Davidson County has a very low tax rate for this area. We are in the Triad region, which is basically the Piedmont, which means foothills, of North Carolina. So when you're looking at property, you have to pay property taxes, and that's important to keep in mind, is how much is the tax rate? You know, what is your property tax bill going to be every year? So that was another factor that we considered. Also, with just the things to do around here, there are about 36 golf courses in the area of the Triad. Here in Lexington, there are 2 or 3 golf courses, Sapona Golf and Lexington Golf. There's also a lot of wine vineyards. North Carolina has 200 wine vineyards, and in the Yadkin Valley, there are 36 wine vineyards. So stay tuned for a video on some wine tours coming up in the near future. Also in the downtown area, they have an amphitheater. So they put on some concerts during the summer. It's all outdoors, get some fresh air. The thing we like about the downtown is it has that small downtown kind of feel. There are quite a few independent restaurants as well as boutiques. And we like to check out those kinds of places and antiques that they have as well. There's also an arts scene here. There are a few museums. So it's definitely a place to put on your list to check out. As far as traffic, the traffic here is just unbelievable in a good way. Meaning that, yeah, there is traffic, but it flows. It's not like being in Boston or New York or San Francisco or Atlanta, where traffic is just insane and it takes you, I don't know, 30 minutes to go 2 miles. So it's not like that here. They've have a really good infrastructure and have planned ahead, as North Carolina has received 1 million new residents in the last 5 years from all over, mainly from California, Chicago, Michigan, Boston, New York. So some of the more expensive areas, people have decided to move here. Also in this area is quite a bit of hiking. We can go to the mountains and go hiking, but also in the Yadkin Valley, they have various hiking for various activity levels, from flat to kind of hilly kind of terrain to steep. So we can usually get to our first hiking spot in about 20 minutes, which is pretty cool. A lot of times we come to this park here to take our dog, who is a senior dog, 13 years old, and he can't necessarily do the steep hills anymore, so this is kind of a perfect area for him at this Grimes Park. And later on in this video, we're going to go to some neighborhoods so you can see what the neighborhoods in Lexington look like. About 20 minutes from downtown Lexington is High Rock Lake. And at High Rock Lake, they have a bass fishing tournament every year. There's also some hiking trails that are around High Rock Lake where you can get in and go swimming, or a little bit of a beachfront, and you can also rent a boat and do a little boating on High Rock Lake one day. So this concludes our tour of Lexington, North Carolina today. For more information, you can find all my contact information below in the pinned comment. Feel free to reach out anytime, phone call, text, email, pigeon carrier, whatever. Hope to see you soon and look forward to you tuning in to the next video. Be sure to subscribe below so that you get a message when my next video comes out. And have a great day.